Hello, I'm Thomas, and today I'm reviewing the glorious Model O-, and it's going to make you go, ooh, I'm becoming my father, and I really need to come up with better jokes. I bought this mouse with my own funds, and it is not a sponsored review. Arguably, the Model O is one of the most popular gaming mice on the market, and now they've made it miniature. But is it just as good as its bigger, older brother? Is it worth buying over the Ultralight 2? And is it the best lightweight gaming mouse on the market? Let's find out. Let's get nerdy. The tech behind this product includes a small honeycomb design, allowing it to come in at a mere 58 grams, making it one of the most lightweight gaming mice on the market, only being beaten by the Ultralight 2 at 47 grams and the Cooler Master MM710 at 53 grams. It comes stock with the Ascended cord, which is super lightweight and flexible, which makes the mouse feel wireless. Additionally, it comes with premium G-skates, which are made from 100% virgin PTFE with rounded edges at 0.81 millimeter thick that glides real nice. It has a liftoff distance that is less than a millimeter. It uses a driverless design with stock DPI of 400, 800, 1600, and 3200. You can check which DPI you are on based on the DPI LED on the bottom of the device. If you want to adjust the DPI clicks, debounce delay, report rate, and or RGB, it has its own software which is very intuitive and works well. It comes with Omron switches rated for 20 million clicks and the dated Pixart 3360 sensor, which is flawless but also meh, as its specs are average across the board compared to the new sensors on the market. It has RGB lighting, which allows you to create 16.8 million color combinations. I find the lighting to be very average across the board. It also comes in 4 colors: matte black, matte white, glossy black, and glossy white. Add 1 gram of weight to the glossy versions. In other words, outside of the sensor, it's got everything you could possibly want in a top-of-the-line gaming mouse. Moving on to the build quality / aesthetics, in comparison to the original Model O, it is 8 millimeters shorter in length, 3 millimeters shorter in width, and 3 millimeters shorter in height, with 10 grams shaved off. The overall design, weight, and feel remind me a lot of my Ultralight 2, but I think it does it better while costing a third as much, coming in at $50 compared to the greater than $120. The overall shape is very similar, with it being an ambidextrous design that flares on the top and bottom and tapers a bit in the middle. I find it to be extremely comfortable, and it is one of my favorite shapes ever. I like it a lot better than the original Model O, as I find its reduced stature to be more comfortable in the hand. The matte white version that I have feels very nice, and the paint is high quality, which makes it feel like a premium mouse, which I've come to expect from Glorious. Moving on to the clicks themselves, they have a low amount of pre-travel with a long post-travel. Actuation force is light with strong spring back force. This leads to a very crisp feeling click. I like them a lot, and they are probably one of my favorites I have tried. The left click and the right click feel the same to me. The side buttons are small, and I would have preferred them to be a bit further back, as I must reach with my thumb to hit mouse button 5, but that will vary based on your grip style. The side buttons also feel crisp with medium overall travel. The DPI button is just behind the scroll wheel and is very tiny and feels like the side buttons. You must be very intentional in hitting the DPI button. To see which DPI you are currently at, you can just check the bottom of the mouse, and there is an LED indicator there that will notify you to actually know what it's adjusted to. Anyways, overall, I am extremely satisfied with the clicks. If you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button. If you're disliking it, hit that dislike button. And I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs by the end of the year, and the only way I can do that is with your help by hitting that subscribe button. So help make my year, and just do it! The scroll wheel is the typical Glorious scroll wheel, as it almost feels mushy, as the defined steps are very mild, but at the same time feels tight due to the ridges that it has on it, giving you more control over it. Middle mouse button requires a moderate amount of pressure to actuate, and the click itself is lackluster. Personally, I'm not a fan of this scroll wheel. I'd rank it as average across the board, but it works well from a performance standpoint, and that really comes down to personal preference. Some other quick tidbits: the Ascended cord is one of my favorites, as it is super malleable, and usually I completely forget that it's there at all. However, with it being so malleable, it can cause the cords inside it to have increased wear and tear, and may eventually lead to the mouse not working, which I will go into a bit later. The G-skates are also excellent, as this mouse glides wonderfully on my Glorious XXXL mouse pad. I didn't notice any rattle when shaking the mouse. Glorious's software is also straightforward and easy to navigate, so no complaints there. Moving on to the performance, clicks feel very precise and crisp. Scroll wheel has dedicated steps that are accurate, and middle mouse button is easy to press. The shape is extremely comfortable, and it glides well on my mouse mat. I have had no issues with the sensor. I noticed no spinouts, liftoff issues, double clicks, or any other defects or aberrant behavior. Overall, I am extremely pleased on how this performed and would rank it right up there with my Viper Ultimate, G Pro Wireless, and Ultralight 2. With that said, I think I may have hit the lottery with this guy, so your results may vary a bit from mine. Moving on to possible defects of this mouse, I personally don't have any. However, based off the 1,500 Amazon reviews, 88% of them were positive, 12% of them were negative. The only real issue was the mouse being defective on arrival or stopped working mostly due to disconnects or buttons stopped working. This happened 3.33% of the time. I think all of these issues are from the cable breaking, as originally when they were shipping their mice out, the cable came at a very harsh 90-degree angle. Add that to an incredibly malleable cable and you don't have a lot of protection on the thin wires inside. So they were fraying or disconnecting completely. Replacing that cable would fix the issue. This should mostly be fixed as they stopped shipping their mice that way with the new box design. However, the cable is still very malleable, which can lead to more wear and tear and therefore disconnects. Any of the other issues that people mentioned happen so seldom, they aren't worth mentioning, but if you want to see the full rundown, check out the description. I did not look at reviews strictly on Glorious's website because I couldn't tell if people were talking about the Model O or the Model O minus. So moving on to the conclusion, I think I summed it up mostly in the performance section of this review, as I think this guy does almost everything right. I absolutely love the shape, it has great weight, it glides beautifully, the ascend cord is wonderful, and the clicks feel great. I wish the side buttons were a bit bigger / easier to reach, and the scroll wheel is disappointing. I would probably rank it in my top 5, with the first 3 spots going to the Razer Viper Ultimate, then the G Pro Wireless, then the Model O Wireless, and trading spots in for 4th and 5th place would be the Ultralight 2 and the Model O minus. If you enjoy smaller mice, I think this should be one you seriously consider buying, especially because it comes in at a competitive price point of $50. When it comes to small gaming mice, it is in my top 3 between the Ultralight 2 and the Viper Mini. I would still rank the Viper Mini as the winner, as it wins in nearly everything except for weight and cord. I still prefer the Ultralight 2's shape, size, weight, and side buttons more, but the rest goes to the Model O minus. Due to the cost of the Ultralight 2 being so ridiculously expensive and it being limited edition, it really comes down to the Viper Mini and the Model O minus, in which both are excellent choices and you couldn't go wrong with either one. I do have Amazon associate links in the description, but I would recommend buying directly from Glorious's website as it is usually cheaper. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a dislike. And of course, if you've been following my content for a while, hit that subscribe button and I will see you and your beautiful face on the next one. God bless and peace out.